And we are live. What's up, everybody?
What up, y'all? It's your boy Warlockside. We are live with Sid Jones in this motherfucker.
Yep.
What's cracking, Sid?
Man, just living life, man. I'm sure a lot of questions are going to be popping up, so I'm going to be, addressing them here shortly. One of them is, why'd you quit doing podcasts? Why'd you quit, the network and all that? And I'll be addressing that probably later on. It kind of ties into Dead End Kids. Actually, it was almost like I kind of like predicted this a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Inquisitor's like the first one here. Sid Jones, dude, I sent you a message, dog. You're not gonna believe this shit, but the homie Demons Row, fucking Sosa, he's been doing videos on my content, like on things that I message him with. So definitely be checking out those videos, man.
Hell yeah.
I just subbed to his channel like not long ago.
Yeah, he's good people. I do freelance work now, like writing and shit. So I offered my assistance in my writing to Demons Row, which is a biker network of all things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like branching out and getting some work done. Shinigami, I think I spelled that right. Not trying to be rude, but Sid looks like a cyberpunk. Yeah, except I don't like cyberpunk, and there's nothing cyber about this at all. Like, cyberpunk actually comes from like, futuristic type shit. It's like it's like the exact opposite of like steampunk, which is like engines and gears and shit like that, which I'm also not a fan of. It's not even like a genre of music. It was a style that came out and then the music followed.
Yeah, I never got the whole steampunk thing myself, but
have you guys seen SLC Punk 2 Punk's Dead? You ever see that movie?
No, I love the first one though.
Okay, so a lot of people don't know about the sequel. It's more of a reunion film than it is a sequel, and you can definitely tell like it lacks in a lot of ways. But and not to spoil it because the opening is just gonna fucking shock you. So if you haven't seen it, I'm not gonna ruin it. But there's a part where a major character that you're all familiar with actually breaks down what happened to punk like over the years and like how it all kind of branched out into subgenres. Is that two for yes,
Cyberpunk and PC?
This guy says boo. Yeah, fuck what you think. Twiggy Dro's in the building. What's up, brother? Good to see you.
He just says boo because he knows we're promoting your new book, Sid, and I'm pretty sure this is who is it? Who said that?
I don't know. Somebody can't spell apparently. 24TSF. Whatever the fuck that name is. He's got an eyeball like a fucking cartoon emoji or whatever. But
that's 24 eyes.
Yeah. Go ahead and boo that, you fucking cunt. Go fuck yourself. All right, you boo this. You go right the fuck ahead. You take an entire band's discography and you turn it into a fucking novel. You fucking cocksucker. You go fuck yourself, huh?
How many pages?
Okay, so originally it was a size 12 font and it was over 1,200 pages. But Amazon wouldn't publish anything over 850, so I had to go from a size 12 font to a size 10 because even at size 11, it surpassed the 850 mark.
Holy shit!
So it is, I believe. Hold on a second here. Do you guys want me to include the afterwards in that or no?
No.
Okay, so not the afterwards. It is. Hold on, if I can open this thing. Until next time, perfectly titled, by the way. It is, the book itself is 729 pages.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, you're almost writing the fucking Bible up in this bitch.
Yeah, I know. It was crazy too, doing all the research, like, because I was trying. I took some creative liberties with this book, right? Like, I dug deep into like the ESPN archives because Boston Bruins, Boston Red Sox are a huge part of the Dropkick Murphys, discography, a huge part of their culture. So I went back and looked at like old scores on like the day that the book takes place or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm digging like ESPN archives and like fucking like forums and shit like that to figure out what the score was, who won the World Series, who won the Stanley, shit like that. So it was quite a bit to like do research on. But again, I did take some creative liberties. Like anybody who like keeps track of like the year that this book takes place, which is 2008, 2009. There's like one of the first songs that's introduced. You're like, well, that song didn't come out in 2008. It came out in 2009. Right. It's called Creative Liberty. There's a reason why that song's there. The soundtrack itself is on Spotify. Basically, you can call your playlist a soundtrack. Assemble all these artists, assemble all these bands. It's over 3 hours of music. So,
21st
Hell
he
yeah.
says he said I'm putting the Hot Topic Punk on the screen, not the books.
He's booing the
What did he
Hot
say?
Topic Punk on the
I am
screen.
booing the Hot Topic. Okay, I tell you what, I'll pay. I'll cash app you $50. $50. You find any of these patches that I'm wearing. You find this white denim vest. You find any of this that I'm wearing right now at fucking Hot Topic right this second, and I'll fucking cash app you $50. How's that sound? Because you ain't gonna fucking find it. This is an actual White House staff patch.
Hell
This is
yeah.
one of my custom patches. This is a patch from, I believe the band is Crass, not to be confused with the spin-off bands, which controversial figures took place in the band Crass, including Gavin McInnes, if you guys are familiar with him. It's a Destroy Power Not People. I've got a Benford Brewing patch that I got from the actual brewery.
Nice.
I have a NOS, which is New Old Stock, Ramones back patch on this bitch from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So yeah, you go ahead and you find that patch at fucking Hot Topic, cunt.
Oh shit! Dr. Shocker says paperback sucks. I do expect to see eventually.
I would like to get hardbound, but I wanted to. The reason why I published on KDP this time around, I wanted to enter this book specifically into the KDP Awards, which the deadline is August 31st for that. The book officially comes out August 1st. I tell people, it's weird, right? I can put KDP up, like the Kindle, for pre-order, but I can't do that with paperback. So people will go and find it and they're like, oh shit, the paperback's available. I'm like, don't buy it. Like, it's not done yet. Like, it's just there because it's been published with this. No, I'm going to buy it. Yeah, fuck. So like one of the mistakes I made is I forgot to put like a header on it. So the chapter actually, there's a chapter 13 and then it jumps to 15 instead of 14 because I didn't do the header correctly on the chapter 14. So that was one of the things I had to fix. And there's just many mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people, be patient because like if you buy it, like it might be worth money one day, but it's a prototype copy. Essentially, you're buying the copy that I need to order so I can look at it and figure out what I need to fix. Because when you do it on your computer screen to fix it, it's like you can't read it. You can't read you only see the formatting and what it looks like. So it's a bitch.
Yeah.
Man. Definitely told it took some work.
He's so mad. Bro, you want to see mad? I'm going to skull fuck your wife, find your sister, and put it in her fucking ass. How's that for mad? And I'm being absolutely fucking calm right now.
So, what's the book about anyway?
Okay, so at first, and this is like my favorite part of this story, like about this book that came about. I was working on a book with a friend of mine and she tapped out. She was done because I'll get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and write and fucking just keep going till 8 o'clock at night. Right. Mm-hmm. And so I put this book on ice for like, I don't know, 2 months or whatever. And I finally go back to it. So I was writing a different book and I go back to this one. I'm like, I've had Middle Finger had just come out officially, the official audio for the Dropkick Murphys single off of Turn Up That Dial. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Like, this is a really popular song. I could actually take these characters and I could put it into a book and base it off the song Middle Finger with a really cool kind of fucking like V for Vendetta kind of ending without all the explosions and shit. Like, this will be a challenging write for me and I can actually make it a prequel to my series. And I was like, sweet, I'm gonna do that. So as I was like going through it, I was like chapter 20, not even. And I was like, wait a minute, I could take the entire Dropkick Murphys discography and I could put it into a book. So like, I'm already like, a quarter in and I'm like, I can do this. So I like go back and I throw in some shit and fucking, do all that. I took Do or Die and all these older songs as like they're played throughout. And then I took their newer albums from 2013 on. So like Signed and Sealed in Blood, 11 Short Stories of Pain and Glory, Live on Lansdowne, and, Turn Up That Dial. I took all 4 of those albums and made them like the plot with like the characters and everything based off of songs. So I decided to take that route with it. I even found songs that people don't even know exist. The Promised Land, which was only released on the vinyl for Meanest of Times, and Hate Bomb, which was released on the Japanese exclusive for Warriors Code. So you can only get those on YouTube if you find the audios. So that's my book is basically just about all their songs. But if you listen to their song Rebels with a Cause of 11 Short Stories, it's about like that whole album is about the opiate crisis and shit like that. And since you asked, I'm actually I got a passage here
Okay.
I wanted to read to you guys. It's one of my favorites. Probably one of my favorite bits of dialogue. And the first bit that I'm actually going to read you is kind of out of context in the rest of the book because we are 282 pages. So that's where the first passage is. So we're deep into this thing. Something I don't get, Whitey. Something I don't get, Whitey said, wiping the sweat from his forehead. What's that? Sid replied, starting another hole. They're outside digging. They're doing some laboring. Something that 24 Eyes probably is not familiar with. It's called labor. It's called work. Check it out sometime. Whitey picked up his bottle of water and chugged it down. What is this town going to do without locals running the gas stations and all that? My guess, he shrugged, they'll just hire J1 students and desperate people. He stuck the shovel into the dirt. Notice it's either part-time work or full-time wages until the slow season. Yeah, Whitey nodded, picking up his shovel. They don't want loyal workers. Sid stopped and sipped on his bottle of water. They want people who really need a job. Why do you think they have people that stick around for over 30 years? Because they have kids to feed? How many former classmates were popping out kids before they turned 18? Sid tossed the empty bottle and went back to digging. Too many? Whitey pondered for a moment before starting another hole. Exactly. Now, don't get me wrong. I got no problem fucking these local whores. Sid laughed and continued to dig. Hey, not all of them are whores, Whitey pointed at him. If you have more than 2 baby daddies, and I'm being generous by saying this, whore. I'm sure that all the moms will appreciate your kind words. Create a town of young moms that haven't graduated high school, force them to get a job or get government help. Congratulations, Sid continued to dig. You've created a town of desperation. Now, how does that exactly benefit the town? Whitey asked. We've got Shaw's, Hannaford's, Walmart, fucking 5 gas stations less than a mile from one another. Pay your employees dog shit, make it so they get on food stamps, and they use the food stamps where they work. Employers get a bonus and money back from their employees. It's recycled fucking money. That's grim. No, Sid plunged the shovel spade into the earth. That's Conway. Aren't you blaming it all on? And you're blaming it all on the pregnant women. Not exactly a woman's rights activist, are you? I never said it was their fault. I'm saying they're a cog in the economic machine. If people aren't having kids, then what's their motivation? Sid continued to dig. So what you're saying is, and just turn the page here. Again, this is like my favorite bit of dialogue right here. You guys are getting a good chunk of this. I'm saying this town is nothing more than a...
Hold up a second. Inquisitor says, has Sid got a new book out? Yes, sir. He's reading out of it right now. It's called Dead End Kids.
August 1st is the official release date. So don't go sneaking and buying it just yet. I'm still waiting on some shit. I'm saying this town is nothing more than a fucking cesspool. You think the ghettos in Los Angeles are bad? Guess what, brother? We're living in one. That's all the fucking same. We just have mountains and nature to mask it and hide it from the tourists. So do we move out? Whitey laughed. Sid smirked at him. Why? It's paradise. Right? Is that not good? Tell me that's not fucking good, and I'll eat this fucking book. That was fucking gold.
Hell yeah.
That's what the book is about. It's like living in a shit town and somebody who actually thrives in that kind of environment and causes chaos. So you guys heard of the hero's journey, right? You know, you find it in Harry Potter and you find it in, Fight Club and all that. Well, what I did is I took the hero's journey and I flipped it and kind of inverted it to where instead of it being a hero's journey, it's the people around the hero and their story. That's what I did.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. I'm getting it. Great. Nice. Awesome. So thank you, Inquisitor. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, it's actually going to be available in the UK and it's going to be entered into the KDP Awards, which actually takes place in England.
That'd be sick, bro.
Now, if I can just get a fucking sponsor that'll back my book, some of the shit that I wrote in here, which I've actually got a passage just for the Juggalos. I did it just for you guys. It's fan service, right? It's not catering or pandering. It's fan service, and it actually got a little bit of this anger out of me. When I say this book is based on the song Middle Finger, let me rephrase. It is my middle finger to the people that really kind of fucked me up, to the people that really kind of pissed me off, and the shit that I couldn't really get away with the saying, when I was working for certain companies. Now I can go ahead and fucking say it in my book and be goddamned if they tell me I can't, because guess what? They don't fucking read my shit either. So if they're going to get pissed off, they got to give me money and then try and send me a cease and desist, which I give them a middle finger, send them a copy back of my book signed for them saying, you toothless cocksucker, this is for you. Circle the fucking page number and then hand it back. Like, go fuck you. Like, goddamn. Fuck off a cliff. It's one of my favorite lines in my book. Why don't you just fuck off a cliff somewhere? It's fucking awesome. It's epic. Twiggy Dro writes, it doesn't talk about the MC, but a little bit about people around them. Are you talking about Demon's Row? Like, that's... Yeah, it's
me like the main character.
Oh, well, the main character is well, originally was going to be this kid Julian. Like, this was supposed to be about his story, but after listening to Dropkick Murphys, I'm like, there's only one character that I could bring to life once again, resurrect from a book series and I can actually do a prequel for, and that was Sid fucking Jones. So,
hell yeah.
Yeah, things are good, man. Like I said, I know I quit doing podcasts and shit like that, and I'm actually surprised that question hasn't come up. But it's actually one of the reasons why I wrote this book. Depression, man. Like, I'm not gonna front. Like, I seem like a happy guy. You know, I'd fucking do a rail of coke off of Snaps' ass, and I'd fucking enjoy every second of it. You know what I'm saying? And is she in here? I wish she was. She's no, she's not.
No. She is. She has to commented. So,
okay. Well, she'll be here, and maybe she'll catch the replay. Shouts out to you, Snaps. Love you dearly. I'll give you babies. So, when I was going through this dark place, I was kind of like reevaluating my life, and there was something that clicked, and I was in the middle of writing this book when it came up, and I was like, I got to make this part of the book. My whole life, whether I did something good or bad, the consequences were the same. It was always a negative consequence, whether I participated in school, whether I got good grades, got bad grades, whatever the fuck it was, something went awry. So I was like, so if everything's a negative consequence in life for me, then really there are no consequences. If the outcome's always the same, and that creates for a very dangerous human being. And I got really self-destructive, and it never went away. You know, I tried channeling it through my podcast, and then I just, went through this like episode of like looming darkness, like a fucking cloud hovering over my head. And I'm like, podcasts aren't doing anything for me. Like, I'm not getting anything out of it. It's recycled viewership. And as much as I love doing the podcast, I feel like it's just damning to me. And I know Inquisitor and a few others, they probably fight with depression every day. They fight with anxiety and stress, and we all fucking do. And that pushed me to want to write Dead End Kids even more and really bring out the message of 11 short stories of pain and glory. So,
hell yeah.
Of course, my series spun out of control. I kind of Fast and Furious my own franchise with Eaten Alive. People loved Eaten Alive, so I tried like doing more on Eaten Alive, but it wasn't quite getting there. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't quite getting the attention that I was hoping to get. And I'm like, fuck it. I need to do a book for me, and I need to either do a complete fucking reset, a retcon, or something, and do something brand new with the series. So I got to go back to the beginning, which again, being a dream book of mine, I've always wanted to redo the book that I wrote back in 2009, 2010 that I wasn't proud of. So I want to do a prequel that I could actually be, proud, because Dissent Is Not Treason is not the first book that I've written for the Sid Jones series. So Fred the Boy Blue said Sid Jones dominates. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. So I wanted to come on here for this interview and discuss a few things with people. There's things in this book that I'm proud of. There's things in this book that you may not like. There's things in this, but understand this: Dropkick Murphys didn't sanction me to write this book. Yeah. All right, I'm not being promoted by anybody. There's no sponsors behind it, nothing like that. It was more of a gift for the Dropkick Murphys because I thought they were going to get fucked out of it. This is their 25th year anniversary. We're in their 25th anniversary right now. I didn't know we were getting a tour. I was about 3/4 of the way done with my book when they announced the Boston to Berkeley tour, and I went, so I fucking did all that for nothing. Because it was supposed to commemorate, it would be something to come out of it. And I'm like, well, I'm fucking 300, 400, 500 pages into this bitch. I might as well fucking finish it. No sense in just, not doing it. So don't think that like, they condone anything that's in the book. I mean, I'm sure one of the albums, it's a fictional album. If you guys get pissed off about a fictional album, you are more of a cunt than I assumed. And you should be ashamed of yourself. But there's an album that Sid comes up with his band. It's called Right or Wrong, which I got the idea from off of a sign that I saw during the Occupy Wall Street. I'm like, that would be a dope title for a punk album. Why has nobody done it? And I sat around since fucking 2011, 2012, waiting for a fucking album with that title. Nobody came up with it. I'm like, fuck it. Put it in my book, I guess, since I thought it was clever. Things like that. So,
that's what's up, man.
Yeah, and there's juggalos in the book. Like, there's a nod for you guys. Nice. You know what I'm saying? Like there's little nuggets in there for you. Little up to the Insane Clown Posse. Matter of fact, Shaggy Two Dope and Rude Boy got a special thanks in the fucking back of my book, like just to show like there's no fucking hard feelings. You know?
Yeah, hell yeah.
But one of my heroes, Darby Crash, he always said, "You got 5 years." This is my 5th year doing podcasts. You know that? Like I've been doing this for 5 years, and I'm just back doing what I was doing before. You know what I'm saying? Like I started out just trying to promote a book, and then there's been a big fucking misunderstanding with people. You know, they're like, "Oh, hey, like you fucking talked on fucking this dude's fucking podcast, so like you're a fucking cunt." And I'm like, because I was promoting a book. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, who the fuck are you people even? Like, what the fuck? I'm just trying to promote a book, and then of course, got me into podcasts and becoming the figure that I am. 5 years later, I'm just back trying to promote a book. I made it clear that I have no intentions on doing my own podcast. I'm going to just guest, promote my book, hang out with you guys. I've always said it, and I'll say it again. Tales from the Lowe's podcast is it's my home away from home,
yeah.
I'll read the super chat. Do you have an opinion on Twisted's new rock CD? Garbage.
Hell yeah.
Wait, so somebody insulted me back when I was working for Rocks TV. He's like, bro, you like that punk shit, right? You like that rock shit, right? Yeah. You gotta check out Generation Nightmare. Bro, you think I look like I'm from Hot Topic? Did you not see the generic skull with the lightning bolt fucking cover album? Like, that's an insult. That's like somebody who went to like one Warped Tour and a fucking local punk show and went, I'm inspired. Like, that's what that album told me. Don't you ever insult me like that again. Fucking ever. So my opinion on the new rock shit, like they even tried dropping a fucking mention of Marshall Mathers. I'm like, why?
I think they're doing that so they could do a track with them.
That's what the whole Lars project was for.
I think I'd see ICP doing a track with him before I will Twisted.
Yeah.
Well, that's why do you think they were like, okay, do you guys remember they did the show? It was called fucking what the hell was it called? Like they did this live thing. It was Dustin and Mike. What the fuck was it called? Anyways, the hookup.
Oh yeah. Yep. Hookup.
One of the episodes when they were hyping up Bizarre, and by the way, shit happened with that. That's why you're not going to find any of the Bizarre merch on there. Bizarre, that when it was Attack of the Weirdos, they played Eminem's verse on the episode of fucking the hookup.
Oh shit.
Like yeah. And then there was shit that I heard about. So do you guys remember back when Lars was giving away a jersey, like to the person that shared the lit video the most or like whatever, and they'd get entered to win a contest? Bro, I broke my Twitter account because I couldn't post for 24 hours because I did IFTTT or whatever the fucking app was called, and I just fucking regurgitated the shares for lit. You know what I'm saying? Completely killed my algorithm on Twitter. Like it's dead over at my Twitter now because I did this shit. But come to find out, I know where that jersey went to thanks to an inside source friend of mine. A former friend of mine. I don't fuck with the guy no more. How do I word this without being a prick? Okay. So I'm sure those in the chat, those in the Juggalo world, you guys see that video that CPN and Chuck Reeves did? It was like 2 hours long.
I know they did civil, so.
Okay, it was the one where they were basically like kissing and making up, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that was sent to me by somebody who I consider a friend, who got burned by the shit that I was saying online. Basically, shit rolls downhill, but instead of treating me like an equal, people in his circle didn't want to come to me with the issue because they knew I wasn't going to give a fuck. Anytime I've ever been in trouble in school, anytime I've ever, like, there's been 2 times I've been fired from a job that they didn't tell me I was fired. They went and told another coworker to tell me to terminate me. Like, apparently I've got this, like, Columbine-esque to me or whatever, and they're like, here, just shoot the messenger or some shit. I don't know. Don't be shooting up the fucking store. And apparently, record labels, certain record labels out there see me the same way. They're like, I can't go and tell this kid because this kid's going to tell me to go suck my mom's cock or whatever and not going to give a shit because he's a fucking sociopath and he's just going to cause problems. So when there was problems with me and another individual that was consulted-esque, not hired by said record label, when shit went down like that, they went to fucking Bob Rocks and they went to fucking, friends of mine. And I'm like, I'm not going to get a fucking phone call. Really? Like, is it because my IQ's too high? Like, what's the fucking deal here? Like, why are you intimidated by me? Maybe they think the same thing my teachers and my bosses did and thought that I was going to fucking shoot the place up or whatever. Fuck them.
Right. What the fuck?
But that still makes them cowardly cunts in my book. Like, go fuck yourselves. Yeah. Treat me like a piece of shit when I was fucking Gordy's publicist and shit like that. Like, nah, dog, it don't work like that. So to my point where Chuck and CPN were making up, it was sent to me. And I sent this very long message to the person that sent it to me. And I said, listen, I'm immature. I hold grudges. I'm a shitty human being, but I'm a shitty human being because of the people that were shit to me. One of the things that's mentioned in the book, Dead End Kids, I'll fuck it. We'll blame Grand Theft Auto for shooting kids and mass murders and shit. Let's blame Marilyn Manson for Columbine, despite the fact that the fucking kids that, shot up the school actually hated his music. Let's go ahead and blame the fucking Judas Priest for suicides and what have you. Sure, we will do that as soon as society takes responsibility and has some sort of accountability for creating me. Because I'm not the product of the people that supported me, loved me, and cared about me or whatever the fuck. I'm a product of the people that fucking despise me and kick me to the wayside. This is what happens. You end up with somebody who's mentally unstable, who's got more issues than the newspaper saying, who's got really nothing to lose. I really don't. I'm going to sit there and write books. What's going to happen? Some fucking company's going to be like, hey, that's offensive. And I'll be like, yep, suck my dick. How's that for offensive? What the fuck you want from me?
Right.
So I have no consequences. I don't have to be accountable for anything. You can't cancel me. I fucking quit working for those, people, those companies simply because, that was my depression. That was my bad state of mind. It had nothing to do with friction or anything like that. But I felt like it was just same old shit. And I'm like, I don't have time for same old shit. Like, I'm not mentally well right now. I got to fucking cool my shit,
Right.
Toxic Plague Entertainment. No, the fuck
Never
that
heard
is.
of him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's
I've heard
another
of
thing.
them.
It's
Yeah.
a big pet peeve of mine. These fucking underground record labels that keep fucking popping up, and these fucking artists that are sending me their fucking shit that they recorded on a microphone off their phone with like somebody like playing a beat over in the, like, don't send me that shit and ask me what my opinion is on it. Get it fucking mastered or something. Jesus. Oh, it's just a rough cut. Just want to know what you thought of it so far. I'm not fucking listening to that. Like, I can't tell you how many times people have sent me music and I'm like, how much is rope at Home Depot? Because I'm about ready to just fucking punch my ticket, like right fucking now with some of the shit that I have to hear. It's fucking terrible.
You want somebody to hear it, wait until it's finished.
Probably one of the things that led to I probably listened to one of those shit songs and got really depressed and thought about killing myself. Like, that could have been it. You fucking underground rappers almost could have caused me to put a fucking pistol in my mouth. God damn you. God damn you. Like, for shame. For fucking shame.
Hell
Fuck.
yeah. So Toxic Plague Entertainment is a podcast. I seen them on CPN was doing a show about it. Somebody commented in their chat, like under a Twisted's name, but it was a fake account.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they thought it was real and shit, and they thought Twisted was in their chat and this and that.
Oh, it's a podcast on a record label?
Yeah, yep, it's a podcast.
Okay,
I wouldn't mind working with them. They seem pretty dope. They seem like pretty dope people, I guess.
Well, my whole thing is with podcasts in the Juggalo world, y'all need more podcasts. It's like, as much as the podcast world is getting oversaturated, y'all are dying off as far as like Juggalo podcasts. Dude, I remember when I got into it back in 2012, shit was popping off, mainly because of reaction videos. You remember those? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You could do, yeah. We had fucking Test Dummy 22. We had fucking he just passed away there. And I'm a fucking asshole for not remembering his name. But when I saw that he had passed away, I was like, fuck, like, he was one of the fucking OGs in the fucking YouTube Juggalo community. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck was his name? Nappy J. That was it. Nappy J. He passed.
Nappy J, yep.
Fucking, we lost Big Nick. You know?
Yeah, man.
It's just like like fucking dropping like flies. Like we lost DJ Run for Cover, yet fucking Tails is still here and fucking killing it. So you guys are making him proud.
Yeah.
Nappy J and Big Irish. That's right. We lost Big Irish too. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. People
we
are
lost
calling.
fucking. We lost. Remember the fucking goofy bastard who would come in starting shit all the time? Then he was cool, and then we start shit all the time. We talked about him.
Was it like Tucker or something like that?
Tucker, yeah, man. Remember Tucker? We lost Tucker. He's gone, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Tucker.
You remember Tucker with the fedora?
Yeah.
The fedora guy.
Okay. Damn.
Sup, Brooklyn?
Yeah,
damn.
Bro. Tucker
Brooklyn
was
Menace
shit, man.
in the building? Huh. Holy shit, my favorite author. It's on. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. New book coming out August 1st, Dead End Kids, just in time for the Dropkick Murphys tour, which is another thing I wanted to address. I'm surprised it hasn't come up. I will not be attending the gathering this year.
I was going to ask that at some point.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this though, from the bottom of my heart, it's fucking dope that so many juggalos want me there at the gathering. My inbox was just flooded with like people sending me links for tickets. People being like, yo, like you gathering? Like, are we going to see Sid Jones at the gathering? I'm like, negative. Had they announced it just a little sooner, But I do want to say this, and I'm going to say this publicly. I'm going to say it for Tales and Lows podcast, so make sure, Warlockside, you cut this part. Make sure you cut what I'm about to say, and you upload it into, like, however long my tangent is. Hopefully it's not that long because it's beautiful. It's glorious. When I found out that there was going to be Astronomicon, and yet there was question about the gathering of the Juggalos, and then they announced the gathering, I was like, I'm fucking not even mad. I think that's dope. I think it's fucking dope because think about what happened at DCG Con, right? Lest we forget. Think about what happened with the fucking the year of 2017 with the Year of the Sword. Like MNE was killing it, dude. Like I'd say about 2 years consecutively, 2017, 2018 belonged to MNE. I was pretty fucking amazed, and then it kind of shifted in 2019. And then, like, fucking ICP for the first time. Mind you, this is the first time, minus a fucking couple of tell-alls, which I don't even fucking count. You know what I'm saying? They did the thing with fucking Scotty D, which I'm like, that's not even a fucking, anything to me. And like, ICP just kind of kept taking one to the chin for years. So when they come back and announce a gathering of the Juggalos, like, right after, like they timed it perfectly. I was like, fuck. It's on. Like and if you notice, and I fucking, this is common knowledge, you can't get pissed off at me. I was talking about Scottish, who wrote my favorite book, How to Kill a Hooker and Get Away with It. There's actually a website. We did this on the Sid Jones Network. There's a website that actually tells you how to be a serial killer.
Not surprised.
Josh is the teacher. He's like, fuck yeah. He's Jack Scottish the Ripper.
Actually, I know there was a book I was like banned like years and years ago that tell you like how you would be a hitman or how to hire one or something like that. That got banned.
Yeah.
God damn. Like, that is a genius book. You wrote that book?
Nah, that was Deadhead.
Oh, fucking
How to Kill Prostitutes.
That's dope.
Deadhead did it.
that fucking that should outsell O'Reilly's fucking killing JFK, killing Abraham Lincoln, killing but O'Reilly sounds like a fucking crazy madman with his book titles. Like, Jesus, at least mine sound good. At least it's somewhat fucking original. Dead End Kids not so original. There's actually like a series. There's also like the Dead End Kids actors. Like there's like a guild of actors. They refer to themselves as Dead End Kids. Then they turned like a movie, I guess, and they turned like a book series or like an audio or whatever the fuck. But so Dead End Kids not so original, but it meant a lot to me, and doing something different than what they were doing was kind of what I was aiming for. But back to my tangent on fucking the Gathering of the Juggalos real quick. When ICP did that shit, I was like fucking good for them. Like I'm happy they fucking did it. And then I fucking see this video with CPN and Chuck Reeves, and I'm like, wait the fuck on a minute. So this person that messaged me with it was like, yo, like, it looks like, they're trying to turn new leaves, and it looks like there's going to be unity in the fucking community. I says, well, if that's the case, then I don't want to be in it. See, I'm not looking for unity. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, But the last 2 years, when this country really became divided, when we became like the punk rock scene is fucking more divided than it's ever been now. And I'm actually kind of thriving in it. I actually kind of prefer it. I don't need this fucking kumbaya. Let's all fucking get along. I say fuck that shit. Let's burn it to the fucking ground and start from like fucking point one. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many fucking people that fucking got hurt during all this shit, and we're just gonna fucking shrug it off. Fucking the shit that happened at DCG Con. And I see the post all the time. Oh, that was old news. Like, why are we still bringing that up? Maybe because nobody fucking was held accountable for it.
Yeah, good point.
How about the shit where fucking these Benda boys, right? They're fucking starting shit and fucking running their mouths, and they're fucking instigating, and they're fucking making threats. And I'm like, the fuck is going to happen to these pricks? Unity in the fucking underground. I say fucking gun them dead. Fuck them.
Who?
Benda boys.
Oh, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Never heard of the Benda boys?
Hell no.
Retested. We would.
Yo, dog, don't even fucking play with me, dog. I saw that fucking Instagram post about fucking them talking shit on you. I'm like, it's fucking on. Fuck these guys. I ever see fucking Lord Zero, shotgun, mouth, blam. I'm gonna stand your ground state, motherfucker. All the threats that you made, all the shit that you talked, I'd shoot you fucking dead, and I'd get the fuck on with it.
Fucking A.
No one would fucking convict me of shit after the shit that you fucking pulled, the fucking cunt. Fucking, he calls me a fucking Nazi. He's the one walking around with a fucking bald fucking head and fucking piercings and shit. Wow. And I'm the fucking Nazi because I had a Sid Lives patch, which was from Sid Vicious, who, by the way, was one of the fucking most notorious people. If it weren't for fucking Sid Vicious, if it weren't for the fucking Sex Pistols, you wouldn't have a good version of Piggy fucking Pie. Yeah, I fucking said it. Just so you guys know, this video will not be monetized.
Probably not.
You guys are, but it is StreamYard, so like you might get away with it.
We don't have it up for monetization anyway.
Oh, sweet! Like that's good because I totally cost you guys like whatever you could have made in
oh no,
inside of an hour.
Yeah. Besides, we don't have some viewers don't get monetized anyway, so.
Okay. Whew. I was gonna feel like a little guilt, like a little guilt, a little bit of guilt. But yeah, I don't understand why people put up with that shit. Oh, there's unity and there's debts that need to be paid, man. Like paid in full. Like, listen, I got enough bad blood to fill an Olympic swimming pool with people. All right. And I'm gonna tell you this right fucking now. When the Bender boys were pulling that shit with you, that wasn't some shit I'd dealt with in fucking high school. I'd have picked up a lead fucking pipe, dude. Like I was that kid in school, and I'm still that person. I pulled a gun on a motherfucker for coming around my house in New Hampshire. And unlike Michigan, because Michigan's built with a fucking cunt in charge. Fuck Whitmer. She's a whore. And a piece of shit human being with the IQ of a tickle me fucking Elmo. And in the state of Michigan, you can get a felony charge for brandishing a fucking firearm, but you guys have stand your ground. In the state of New Hampshire, you can't be criminally charged for brandishing a firearm.
Good to know. Huh?
Yeah, fucking if you're gonna off somebody, do it in the fucking mountains of New Hampshire. Dude, I got this boss, right? His name was Bruce. He was the owner of the Conway Valley Inn. Go look it up, Bruce Goodwin. Look up Bruce Goodwin, Conway, New Hampshire. You're gonna find an obituary, and you're gonna find a fucking picture with the Conway Valley Inn wrapped in fucking tape. Do you know why?
Why's that?
Because he got beaten to death. That's why. Because he got caught fucking around, doing some shit he shouldn't have been doing. Got fucking his shit kicked in. Put in a coma, dead 2 days later, right? And do you know where the person is that did it?
Probably scot-free.
Fucking, we don't know.
Oh.
The cops were like, hey, Bruce Goodwin, owner of the Conway Valley Inn, has been murdered. Huh. We should probably start looking for suspects. All right, well, I didn't find shit. You find shit?
Hell no.
No, I didn't find shit either. All right, well, fucking, we'll just call it a cold case and we'll fucking, leave it open or something. And that's the state of New Hampshire for you. Like, New Hampshire, like, I love it. It's the Wild West out there, man. I mean, I thrive in that kind of environment. Out here in Michigan, I can't thrive out here. I can't do the shit that I want to do out here in fucking Michigan. Do you know why? Because half the shit that I want to do, I can get a felony charge for. But some of the shit that I want to do in New Hampshire, it's like, hey, is the lead pipe necessary? Yeah. All right, we'll be back. and fucking they fucking take off. You know what I'm saying? Like my friend, he got his ass beat, jumped. You know, no fucking criminal charges. They like it says in the book, man. They don't fucking give a fuck. What they give a fuck about is when you start bringing the fucking cesspool up into the fucking under the sun and out of the shadows, and you start exposing the town for what it really is, and you start showing the fucking underbelly of it, the fucking tombs that these people have been fucking living in. This is true. I finished this book in New Hampshire, so give you an idea of how far along I was in this book, right?
Yeah.
I was like 900 some odd pages deep, 960, 980, and I needed the perfect ending, right? I needed the perfect fucking ending. So I'm sitting there pacing and whatever. I get into town. My friend tells me there's an apartment that's set aside for the business professionals. And I'm like, oh, so the locals can still live in those fucking old buildings. Dude, the apartment I used to live in, fucking videos of it, 2013, 2014. Nah. Well, I had an apartment. It used to be a fucking bank, and the vault was in the kitchen. Like, that's where the locals get to live in. Old fucking buildings, right? That somebody got to fucking build a staircase to, break down some walls, turn bedrooms into fucking apartments, and like, bam. Oh, you see this old house? It's now an apartment complex. And that's where the locals get to live. But these really nice places are reserved for business professionals. Fucking tourists and fucking people in suits and fucking fat cats. You want to ask what my book was about? Well, it's kind of on the back. I guess I could have just read this part, couldn't I? What happens when you're beaten, abused, and treated poorly? What do you do when society tosses you to the wayside? This is a story about retaliation against the small town of Conway, New Hampshire, a place where fat cats thrive and their employees perish. Students in their school systems are beaten and abused. Suicide and overdosing is common, yet ignored by the valley. Eventually end up with someone like Sid Jones, the frontman for the fictional band, the American Parasites, which, by the way, was an actual band that my friends had put together back when I was a freshman. And I thought it was such a cool name, like the legacy should live on. And a thorn in Conway's side with no direction, motivation, or loyalty, focused on just one thing, that being the retaliation. But how far will he go? Who will he lead down his path of destruction? How many people will suffer because of his choices and selfishness? The meanest of times, only one thing is certain: you can never keep your middle finger down.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. I'll take a bow for that. And what's funny is I wrote this book. And like, this is my 8th book, not my 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th. It's my 8th book. And people were like, I want this book. I'm like, what is it about this book that you're like, I have to have that one? Like, I've got 7 others. I guess Malum Paradisum. They're like, I'm not a fan of Latin. Oh, okay. Latin for Evil Paradise. What about the fucking Grains of Chaos? Nah, it kind of predicted 2020, and I kind of already lived it. So I don't really need to read the book. Fair enough. What about Eaten Alive? Dude, I reread that like 150 times. Okay, what about Dissent Is Not Treason? The thing I get about Dissent Is Not Treason is it's good. Like, it's fine. It's a book. It's good. But everybody praises Eaten Alive, and I tried doing the same kind of thing with the rest of my books, you know, and completely veered off of what I originally wanted, which was Dead End Kids, essentially. So yeah, it was kind of hard, but the fact that people are really into this, I'm very excited. Trailer Park Cinderella, shout out Toxic Plague Entertainment. Yeah, these guys must be blowing up, and I'm guessing they're going to be like the new Rocks TV.
No idea.
No, I think they're just another fucking podcast. Couple dudes that sit around. They got some shit twisted all the time, but like they get some misinformation and shit. You can tell, but
okay,
they have a pretty decent show. Yeah, they're on the rise, man. They got some good views and shit kicking, so that's what's
good.
up.
That's I
kind of
feel like
see, man.
The Juggalo
y'all know who they
really
are. Link us up. Yeah, if y'all know who they are, link us up, man. We'll fucking collab or something. That'd be great.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny. Like I see them getting those Replicon awards at some point, which, you know, shout out to Brooklyn for getting his participation trophy. I saw that and I was like, wow, that's kind of underhanded to give to Brooklyn. I thought that was kind of fucked up.
No, I see it was because he was up for like best like Juggalo video or something like that.
Yeah.
And he didn't get in it because like some category because the category was made wrong or something. So, and he really did complain, so that's why he got the Integrity Award.
Wow.
Integrity? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, he didn't bitch and complain about it. So
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
bet you can play him for him. Yeah, that's another thing. Like Replicon, I got no love for those guys, none whatsoever fucking ever. You know, and like I said, I got enough bad blood to fill an Olympic fucking swimming pool, and we're talking about unity in the underground. I can't vouch for that. Honestly, in good conscience for the shit that's gone wrong, I believe as soon as debts are paid, yeah, we can have unity in the underground, right? As soon as debts are paid, yep. But all it's gonna do, violence begets violence, right? Like hate breeds hate, right? Intolerance breeds intolerance. You know, I'm intolerant. Like one of my favorite jokes in film in film history. It's a great quote. There are two things that I cannot stand: those that are intolerant of other people's cultures, and the Dutch.
And the Dutch.
Yeah. A good gold medal.
Yes, gold member.
Yeah.
I gotta say, probably like the best Austin Powers film. Hands down, I liked it. And that's another thing too. Like Astronomicon. Like why can't we get somebody like that? Like Mickey James is gonna be at Astro apparently. You guys see that shit?
Nice.
Damn, I might have to make a trip.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, all right. They're gonna kick me out as soon as I enter the lobby. I'm gonna walk in and be like, out. I'm gonna have to go and dress like a fucking pink Power Ranger or some shit.
Yeah, you're gonna have to dress up a something, man. You're gonna have to.
Quite the unveil when I take that fucking mask. I'll be like, oh my god, it's Mickey James. Everyone's like, get that kid. And I'm like, wow, that's not professional at all.
Yeah, really.
Like, cool if we can get like 20 people to dress up just like you, dude, with the same hair, everything in classes.
Yeah.
Bro,
lookalikes. That'd be dope, bro.
There were 4 chicks that hit me up. 4 chicks that hit me up in the course of like 2 months, and they're like, yo, I found mini Sid Jones. I'm like, what? And they show me pictures of these kids, and I'm like, they fucking look like me. Like they have fucking sunglasses on, like some of them have fucking mohawks. I'm like, the fuck? I owe so much in child support now. God damn it. Fucking hell. But that, like, you know, yeah, that's what my book was about. That's what it's about. It's, you know, it's a nod to the dead end kids. It's a nod to the people that fucking, you know, unappreciated, that are fucking born in a town that's basically profiting off of failure and desperation. You know, that's a lot of small towns. And the reason why Sid calls it paradise is if it's whatever, like I can go fucking punch my boss in the face over at fucking 7-Eleven, go work over at Big Apple for $7.25, punch that boss out, go over to fucking Hannaford's, fuck my manager in the fucking cooler, and then get fired from that job because I got busted on camera, and then go work someplace else. Like, that's a good life.
Yeah.
And especially, and not to mention, what is your first week at work? It's basically like your first week at back to school, where you're not really accountable for anything. You can fuck up, make mistakes. You're sitting in the back watching 6 hours of fucking videos a day for your fucking training. That's pretty good. Do that, fucking quit, and then go do that again. Like, you're fucking getting paid, making, you know, better money than sitting at home doing fuck all, right? And just do that. Christ. And people like,
yeah, some of those training videos were just cheesy as hell.
Yeah, but you fucking get paid to sit there and watch them. Like, dude, that's what I loved about Home Depot. My first month being there, like, I'd purposely fail the tests. I'd fail the test so I could just go back in the next day and fucking redo them. I didn't learn a goddamn thing. You know?
Hell yeah, bro.
There's people that are like, oh, you can always fast forward the video. No, I got to process. I got to take all this in, man. Why would you have me cut corners? Why would you have me cut corners like that? That's not cool. But
hell yeah.
But yeah, I mean, as far as the Juggler world's concerned, I mean, dude. All right, so to give you a little bit of backstory on this one, because this is chapter, I fucking don't know what chapter. Wait, what is this? Is this the right one? This ain't the right page, is it? No, that is not the right page. How come this one's bookmarked? That's weird. All right, maybe this one. Hold on, I'll find it. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'll find the passage. Promise. It's a good one. I think the Juggalos will really appreciate this. So to give you a little backstory in this scene, is this one it? Please tell me it's it. I was watching the interview. Tears in his no. Wait, no. God damn it! I should have marked these instead of just bookmarked them. So backstory once again. Sid's been playing at shows with the American Parasites, a fictional punk rock band. Yeah, this is the part. So he's getting sick of seeing Juggalo rappers, right? He's got nothing against like the Juggalos, but he like fucking hates it, right? So this is page 520 to 521. And just to give you this, so he's pissed off. He's like, fucking Christ, I'm so done with these. Like, just get me into punk rock shows, like where I can fucking, do my shit, right? Kind of a jab at Rock's TV. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to do the underground shit. I wanted to go and do the punk rock shit. So again, my middle finger. So as I'm doing all this and I put that and incorporate into my book. So Sid's sick of doing these fucking these unity shows like a thrash bash where you get hip hop and punk rock. He goes, fucking hip hop sucks, especially the underground hip hop, right? So he's now fucking irritated, but now he's in Boston. He's in the heart of Boston. He's in Boston, Massachusetts. He's about to play a very famous pub, very famous fucking bar, very famous fucking venue. And he's about to have the time of his life. There's actually an entire chapter called Kelly's Kitchen. Well, it's not called Kelly's Kitchen, but it's based in Kelly's Kitchen. And it's hilarious if you know the song Captain Kelly's. I'm not fucking talking to fucking Dropkick Murphys. Never fucking mind. So just keep this in mind, right? So just keep that in mind that at this point, Sid's pissed off about having to fucking play the show. This is page fucking 521, okay? Sid returned to the van, swinging the door open. Can I talk to you? He asked with harshness and urgency. Okay. What's up? Vanessa asked. He's like, get out of the fucking vehicle. Please tell me this is just because we're in Boston. She cleared the throat. I don't understand what you're asking me. All I did was book bands through the promoting. Fucking Christ, cunt in hell. The exact line from the book. Because I'm a gentleman like that. Okay. This book is never going to get nominated for an award. Unfortunate. But I do have a sponsor for it. So fingers crossed that they could like see past the language. He exclaimed, taking a long drag of a cigarette, stomping in anger. Please tell me. I can't tell you anything. She shouted back. It's not fair for you to take this out on me. What he's pointing at is there's a hatchet man, okay, on this van, okay? There's a hatchet man on this van, okay? And he says, God, please just put a bullet in me right now. You don't have to be such a dick, especially after our little morning we had. This is the band's manager. Remember I was telling you, like, it's cool, like, just go and, like, fuck your manager and fuck your coworkers and shit like that in the fucking cooler? Yeah. That. Okay. So, look, so again, point at this giant hatchman. This is a rust bucket of a van. Okay. It's a rust bucket. It looks like dog shit, giant hatchman on the back. Look, if it was the Insane Clown Posse playing, I wouldn't even be mad. Unless they suddenly went bankrupt, I'm going to assume this isn't their vehicle. Sid stepped away, shaking his head. I don't know, she shrugged, crossing her arms. Maybe Twisted's playing.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Oh shit, bro, that was good.
Thank you. I'll take a bow for that. I'd take a sip of water and cheers with you, but there we go. But yeah, man, fucking that's just some bits of Dead End Kids. Like I said, it's a dark comedy. It's a humor. You're not going to find a whole lot of action throughout. Like, it's not going to be like Eaten Alive. But I really hope that when people read it, I mean, I got the afterwards here. Let me just read you a part of the afterwards. So
okay.
I'm not going to read the whole thing because, it's about 1, 2, 3 pages long of an afterwards.
Okay.
So I'll just write this. I'll read this part. Dead End Kids is not something I take lightly. The truth of it is, I didn't write it for me. I wrote it to contribute. I was already 30 chapters in when they announced the Boston to Berkeley 2 tour. Had I known when I started this book in January, I'm not sure I would have written it. It is my greatest hope that this book helps others. When I listened to 11 short stories of pain and glory, I was moved. Being from New Hampshire, I've lost so many friends to drugs and suicide. I wanted to do something for them. I hate what Conway has become. I detest the Valley in so many ways. As Sid stated in the book, it's paradise. In some ways, it is. My entire life is here. When I moved to Michigan, my world was so different. To be completely honest, I don't even have that many friends in the Great Lakes state. And I don't. I really fucking don't. I can count on like one hand how many friends I got out here. It's crazy. All right. To be completely honest, I don't even have that many friends in the Great Lakes state. I'm okay with that. I graduated from Perry High School in 2008, and I don't miss my fellow students at all. That's the truth. I fucking don't. I miss my teachers and those that saw my potential. I can't even name 10 people I went to that school with. It was the kids in Kennett that left an impression on me. Kennett being the school in New Hampshire. With that said, New Hampshire has caused a lot of damage to me. As I write this, I am currently on vacation in the Mount Washington Valley. You guessed it. It's still hell. A lot of places in New England are like this. All over the world, there are kids that suffer. Some are addicted to drugs. Others suffer from depression. A lot of them suffer from both. New Hampshire treats the youth like complete garbage. I guess I can't even say that. If there was garbage, they would clean it up. In a sense, they treat the dead end kids worse than garbage. It's not just the governor, the politicians, the schools. It's the people out here, the landlords, fat cats, and tourists. I've met a lot of people from all around. By far, the most miserable dwell here in the valley. This book wasn't just to help the Dropkick Murphys make some money on Spotify or in merch. No, this book took on a much bigger meaning. It didn't even start out as a tribute to their entire discography. I just saw the potential this novel had and went with it. Originally, this was a project I was tinkering with on and off again, as I explained to Scottish Misfit earlier.
Yeah.
Nothing more than that. I myself fell into anger and depression. My mind goes to that dark place every so often. I think back to when I was on drugs, drinking, and living at the Conway Valley Inn. I constantly wonder how I survived through it all. The abusive relationship I was in at 19, the heartache I suffered at 21, and beyond. I've lost my best friend in the entire world. I've been homeless, beaten, and tormented. Dead End Kids is my middle finger. Please don't think I was trying to warp the message of the Dropkick Murphys discography in any way, shape, or form. I am not trying to use their legacy to build mine. I want to put my skills to work for them and for the Dead End Kids out there. I have 7 other books I've written. Some I like more than others. While this was being submitted into the KDP Awards, I'm not doing it for the money. I'm not doing it for recognition. My goal is to get this message across to as many people as possible. That's just part of the afterwards.
Yeah.
So, like I said, if you guys have a heart, if you guys, struggle or whatever, I hope this book helps. Like, I hope somebody reads this. What I want more than anything is somebody read this and do to them what Catcher in the Rye did to me. Like, that's what I want to do, is kind of like do like a modern day Catcher in the Rye. Nice. Not just write that book from J.D. Salinger, you know what I'm saying? But because it's completely different. Like I said, it's more revolved around like the effects that one person has, that there are consequences, but does he ever face them, Yeah. And he meets so many cool characters, and there's so many like little funny moments and shit that I hope make people laugh. You know what I mean? Yeah. But Dead End Kids wasn't just about me. It wasn't just about the Murphys. It became something more. Like I said, a book that was originally put on ice. So I hope that inspires people that feel like, hey, I got this project I'm working on, but I like maybe go pick it back up. Sarah Harrington, how you doing, sweetheart? How you doing? Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you greatly. We just read a little bit from the book. Dead End Kids. You guys got 2 passages and a bit of the afterwards. And we are hitting an hour mark. So if you guys have questions, I guess now would be the time. I guess now is the Q&A part. And if you guys have questions, feel free to ask. I'll fucking find another passage in the meantime. Where the fuck it went?
Would you ever go to a gathering again, or you just done with the gatherings?
Oh, absolutely. Like, don't get me wrong. The gathering, I had the time of my life at the gathering of the Juggalos, right? It was life changing. I wrote the article on Rocks TV, and that wasn't just to fucking apologize or whatever. I meant it from the bottom of my heart. Like, that shit changed me for a very long time. Like, I was fucked up for weeks after, and in a good way, mind you, like in a good way. But like the shit that I went through, because I was trying to help somebody. You know what I mean? And the people that I met, like I met this girl Toy. Oh my god. Oh, and she hung out with me. She hung out with me from like fucking 1 o'clock in the morning to like 5 a.m. I'm like, holy shit. Nice. This is a good gathering. This is a lot of fun. And I'm gonna say right now, I have no beef with fucking Skeletor. Skeletor fucking soaked me and fucking, I'm like trying to like avoid the Fago like this, like it fucking come flying this way. I'm like, woo, shit. And he's like, no, fuck that shit. And fucking just douses me. Spoiler, I was not wearing my vest. Like, I would have been very, very upset, which is why I didn't bring my vest to the gathering. People are like, where's your vest? Like, you're just a Sid Jones imposter. I'm like, because I ain't fucking stupid. All right. I've pissed off enough people to know that I might get my ass beat. I might get pegged with soda. And it's soda, motherfuckers. It ain't pop, soda. I might get my ass beat. I might, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. Don't touch my vest. Yeah. And we're cool. You feel me? Like, that's where I was at. So I'm like, I knew I was going to the gathering and possibly getting my ass beat, I knew that. And I didn't back down. When fucking Lord Zero got in my fucking face, my cameraman punked him. Who's smaller than me?
Well, yeah.
Inquisitor wants to know if the books will be sold on Amazon.
Yes. All my books are available on Amazon. This one, I'm going to be doing a release party for it at some time. October, I was supposed to release this book. I was supposed to release it for October because I was going to have a release party in South Carolina. Some bullshit happened, and I was like, well, fuck. Like, I guess I ain't doing my shit down in South Carolina. It was supposed to be at this festival, and the festival got canned. It's been redone. You know, I got to be part of the process of that, and proud to have done it. Proud to have been there for people. You know, proud to have helped out the bands that really fucking, you know, welcomed me down in South Carolina, another home away from home. And I was like, fuck that. I'm just going to make it August 1st. Like, I'm going to put my blood, sweat, and tears into this sumbitch. And it wasn't even me that came up with the ending for my book. I wanted the perfect ending. I had a vision for it. I knew what I wanted, and I wasn't quite sure how to go about it. And I needed to do a callback, but it wasn't like such an obvious callback. And because you get to page 727, I give you something that happened in chapter 2. You're not going to fucking remember. You'll be like, what? You have to go back and reread it. I wanted some rereadability, and, you know, I wanted it to be a quotable thing. That was another thing I was aiming for. I wanted people to be able to quote my book.
Nice.
You know, like I put, when I write, I put the readers first. That's why you got Grains of Chaos, Malum Paradisum, Nuclear Winter, is because those were the books people wanted. It was my turn to write a book that I wanted while still trying to do some sort of fan service, you know?
Yeah.
Inquisitor, right. So what is the 7th book? I have 6, and I should have all of them. Avenging Roses. So there's, check this out. You ready for this? Reapers, Nuclear Winter, Dissent Is Not Treason, Eaten Alive, Grains of Chaos. Did I already say Avenging Roses?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do this again. Reapers, Nuclear Winter, Dissent Is Not Treason, Eaten Alive, Grains of Chaos, Avenging Roses, Malum Paradisum, Dead End Kids.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have any ideas for you to do for your next book?
Yes, I got 2 ideas. Depending on how this one goes that I'm actually currently working on, I have a book called Resurrecting Anarchy that's kind of like, again, on ice, kind of like what I did with Dead End. As it's funny, I was actually working on this book, and I just wanted to get the scene out of my head. My brain was like waking me up at like 3 a.m. Like, dude, if you just write one paragraph, I'll leave you alone. Like, we can get back to this other book, but if you write just one paragraph turned into fucking 150 pages, and I went, fuck, so much for just one paragraph. But I went back to this book. And had more fun doing this than I did the action-packed ones. The Resurrection Anarchy kind of has like a Rambo 5-esque to it, which, by the way, is a fucking amazing Rambo film. I'm a fan of all the Rambo movies. And I felt like that after 4, they just kind of, you know, they were good. Like, I thought Rambo 4 was fucking amazing. Oh, that was awesome. I saw that movie like fucking 4 times in theaters. Like, it's a great movie.
I'm looking for to see if they do a Creed 3.
Yeah, apparently they're doing one.
Nice.
I guess Stallone won't be in it, but he's going to be like directing it or something.
Nice.
And he's going to like put it off of like he's going to basically be a trainer again, but like off screen. I don't know. I was waiting for an Expendables 4 that they kept rumoring, but the 3rd one sucked. My God, the 3rd one was terrible.
Yeah,
God,
no shit.
Bad. God, that was
horrible.
It was oversaturated. It was a lot. And I'm like the second one was good for its lines. Like, you can watch the second one time and be good with it. The first one was decent, but even like the plot lines, like I saw it in theaters. I'm like, this is amazing. But I was also like, you know, fucking what? 18, 19, 20, 21, fucking young anyway. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And as in fucking, I'm 31 now. I go back and watch all 3 Expendable movies. I'm like, what the fuck was the appeal? The writing is bad. This is not good. This is just a reason to get Jason Statham to do Jason Statham things. I'm confused. And what fucking kind of name is Barney? You were John Rambo, and now your name is Barney.
Yeah, to me, the Fast and Furious movies are just good popcorn movies.
See, right, and I get that. And like I said, the second one was funny for its lines, right? And then, but you go watch it again, you're like, It's like, if you watch Expendables 2 more than like 2 or 3 times, you're essentially hanging out with that friend that cracks the same joke every time you two hang out. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's got no new material. He's still hanging on to that one time where like he got 50 people to laugh and he's trying to make it happen again with the same fucking joke. And now everyone's just kind of like their stomachs are turning and they're kind of wanting to puke their guts out and shit. Yeah, that fucking guy, that's what Expendables 2 is if you watch it more than fucking 2-3 times. Tales from Lowe's podcast says, I heard she has a huge crush on me.
Sarah says one of what he sucks. And then I put that as a joke.
Yeah, Sarah Harrington said, "What's up, Sid?
How you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you. Thank you, by the way, for being here for my interview. My first interview for my book, by the way. I've hit up some people, and like I've been trying to get with this one chick, Tammy Salazar, and I don't mean like get with her, like give her my babies and then like dip for 9 months. Not that. I meant like kind of like coordinate with her on doing an interview. Yeah. And we've been planning this for I'd say almost over a year now, and just we haven't quite come up with something. So I figured with Dead End Kids right around the corner, I'm like, now would be a good time to inquire for interviews.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, I'm proud of this book. I hope people enjoy it. I mean, I fucking put like so much research, you know what I'm saying? And there is things in there for the juggalos. It's not just about the Dropkick Murphys, but it's the main plate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Consider like the juggalo content, like, fucking your little dessert or your little fucking appetizer or whatever the fuck. Yeah. But there are good lines in there. I hope people can kind of connect with the way that the valley is described, with the way that their hometown is described. Like I said, to be honest, this is my best book of the series. I'm working on a second one now. It's called Shattered Consciousness. And it's a follow-up to this book. And I'm still not getting the that I did when I started Dead End Kids. And I can't even say started it. Like it was like 60 pages in when I was like, I got so many good ideas for this book. As I tell people, it's kind of a joke, kind of not. It gets really good around page 676. It gets really good.
Hell yeah.
So you just got to get through that, which it's not bad. But as you can see, the colors. Oh, this is the cover, by the way, if you guys haven't seen it yet. That's the cover. My dad actually took that picture. That's me with Whitey. You can guess which one's me and guess which one's Whitey, of course. That's my official government name. So when people are like, your real name's not Sid Jones, I fucking know. It's on all 8 of my fucking books, you fucking retard. The fuck? People are fucking dumb. Based on the song Middle Finger by the Dropkick Murphys, and there's a nice little dedication page here. Something that kind of happened in my life years back. I'm gonna say this right now before we get off here. I just want to say, if you've ever done something wrong, you've ever wronged somebody, you ever feel like you fucked up, maybe do yourself a favor and don't, unless you really have the inclining to do it. Because let me tell you something. You can try and wrong or right, you know what I'm saying? Right or wrong, fucking, tomato. You can try and do some good in the world. You can try and better somebody's life, but ultimately it's on them. There's things that I had unfinished business out in New Hampshire, and I was like, I'm on the top of the world. Like I'm done with podcasting. I'm going to write this book. I'm going to do great things. I feel like that I should fucking do something for somebody and make a fucking apology, which I never do. I never apologize for shit. But I really feel like I wronged this person. Like it bugged me like, a couple of times a week. I'm like, I really fucked this girl over pretty bad. And I don't mean like, got her pregnant and ditched. I don't mean on that kind of level. You know what I'm saying? That would make me an asshole. Yeah. But this girl that, I really cared about, apparently she really cared about me. And I was like, okay, so I'm back. Like, and I wasn't just her. I messaged like 5, 6, 7 other people. She was the only one that really showed up, other than my boy Whitey, which doesn't count because he picked me up at the fucking airport. So that don't count. But I spent time with her and we fucking sat down and talked. Now I got this in my head. Okay. I'm going to give you guys this little spiel here. We got, let's go 90 minutes. I'm not busy. You guys busy?
No.
All right.
All right, cool. I'll just keep talking. Awesome. I kind of miss this. Like just bear with me. So, you ever, how do I word this? You ever have a situation that you're about to get into, right? And you play it through in your head, right? You're like, okay, so it's going to go like this and what have you. So you got a script, right? You know what you're going to say. You know what this person's going to say. So I got this, right? I'm like, okay, I know what's going to be said. I've already got it figured out. The only thing is she going to forgive me or not? Okay. So I'm there and I'm like, okay, so I'm outside having a cigarette, which the plan wasn't for her to actually like just pull up. I was supposed to go out and have my last cigarette and enjoy it before and like go and sit down for a minute and keep thinking. And she showed up and I'm like, already she's off script. Fuck. This ain't good.
Oh yeah.
And she goes, You coming to Home Depot with me? Yep, I'm getting in the car. Like, let's just go. So we're sitting in the car very awkwardly. I'm like sitting there, you know. How you doing? Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fucking say I'm sorry. I fucked up 6 years ago, and I'm sorry. And I hope things are better, and I hope things are good. To which she was supposed to say, "My life is good. I'm married. I got 2 kids. Life is perfect. Life is bliss." As a matter of fact, after you left me and ditched me 6 years ago, my life was fucking perfect. And then the only question was whether she was going to either be A, you know, forgiving me, or B, not forgiving me. That was the only thing that was up in the air. But everything else, I knew. You know what I'm saying? I just knew it. Well, as it turns out, it was the complete opposite. And my dumbass, I look at her and I went, so, that you weren't supposed to say any of that. And she goes, what? I'm like, yeah, you weren't supposed to say any of that. What do you mean I wasn't supposed to say any of that? So in my head, you said something completely different. And she goes, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, just stick to the script. Let's just do that. And it didn't work. Apparently she wasn't playing ball with that. So I was like, okay, so I'm going to say this and then you're going to say this. And she's like, I don't think that's going to work for me. And I'm like, okay, try something else. And she leaves and I'm sitting there and I go out and see my buddy Graham, who I'm staying with, they're an elderly couple, Graham and Susie. I love them to death. Graham's actually the one that helped me with the ending of the book. Casey leaves and I come back inside. Graham looks at me and he goes, so how did things go? I'm like, I'm fucking confused. Like, I came out to New Hampshire for answers, for some sort of, like, something. I'm coming back to Michigan, leaving with more questions than I had when I got to New Hampshire. I'm like, I fucking need a redo. So my advice is, if you're going to try and make amends or do whatever, make sure that person is fucking worth it. Because let me explain something to you. When you look at somebody square in the eye and you say, okay, we're doing things my way. It is my way and no way. So you are going to tell me exactly what it is you want. And then we're going to do that because that is my decision to make. Damn it. Yeah. To which she replies, you'll figure it out.
Damn.
Okay. No, that's not what you okay. Try this again from the top. Okay. And she was like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to give you the answer you're looking for. I can't. I have to be honest with you. I'm like, but so I'm like fucking in my head, dude. I mean, I went looking for answers at the bottom of a Captain Morgan bottle. I'm looking for my answers at the bottom of fucking Crown Royal and Jack Daniels. You fucking name it. No answers there. It says fucking sorry, please play again. And I so go up and see my buddy, and like, it's just, and I don't mean like a day or two. Like, I'm talking like the whole time. I'm just like, I'm going to figure it out. The fuck does that mean? All right. Okay. All right. So let's piece this together. Let's remember what was said. Let's piece the whole thing together. And I know she's at home laughing. Like, she's sitting there with a cup of wine, like, glass of wine, cup of wine. Nobody drinks a cup of wine, right? It's glasses of wine. I mean, unless it is New Hampshire. Maybe they are drinking a cup of wine. Anyway. Yeah. So she's probably drinking some wine, fucking legs kicked up, her fucking German Shepherd laying next to her. And she's like, I fucked him up, but good. And all you could think is this is vengeance for what happened to you 6 years ago. So mark my words, when you're like, I need to make amends, make sure it's fucking worth it. Inquisitor writes, it's been great to catch you, brother. Until next time, much love, and fuck what they think. Much love to you, Inquisitor. Thank you for joining us here on this beautiful day. Kyle sounds like a perv. Yeah, but I'm worse. Like, Kyle's bad. I'm worse. All right. So I'm gonna break this down for you guys. Like, I'm actually going to explain the whole Sid Jones thing, and because we've got 15 minutes.
Okay.
All right, cool. So 2009, 2010, as it said in the afterwards of this book, I was tinkering with drugs and drinking a lot. Yeah. Okay. So this guy comes over, because I was living at the Conway Valley and I was in room 19. He was in room 20. So we like share a wall, and it's one of those walls that's got the fucking, the adjoining doors. So you can get like, you can just open up the rooms. Right.
Yeah.
So my TV is right up against that wall. So he comes over and he knocks at my door. All right. And I get up and I, fucking answer the door, and he goes, hey, can I talk to you? I'm like, yeah, sure. What's up? And he goes, can you keep your TV down? I'm like, sure. No problem. And he goes, well, now I feel like an asshole. I'm like, why? And he goes, I thought you'd be combative. Apparently, fucking even when I was 19, 20 years old, I was going off of script too. We should just all stay on the same screenplay, all of us, all together. And he says, look, now I feel like a dick. Can I get you a beer? I'm like, dude, I'm 19. I'm not even old enough to drink. He goes, I didn't ask you how fucking old you were. Do you want to fucking drink? Dude, I'm like drinking 6, 7, 8 beers with this dude. And I live at the Conway Valley Inn. I make like $7.25 an hour working at a movie gallery where I work like, I don't know, 3-4 days a week where I could just barely make rent. So I'm eating like completes meals on a good night and fucking canned SpaghettiOs. Like that's what I'm eating. Because we didn't have a kitchen, we had a fucking microwave and a fucking fridge. That's what we had.
Okay.
So I don't have much fucking in me at all, right? But I'm drinking these fucking beers. I'm fucking getting a buzz, right? He hears his girlfriend walking across the floor. Like walking, and he goes, dude, you can fucking hear us walking in there? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, forget what I said about the TV. You turn that sumbitch up as loud as you fucking need, dude. Like, fuck that. Like you're good. I'm like, sweet. So I got fucking 9, 10 beers off of being a fucking nice guy, having some sort of fucking generosity, being like, yeah, I don't mind complying. And he fucking at least felt bad. Now you're going to run into cunts that don't, you're going to run into sociopaths and fucking assholes and pricks and fucking people that probably fuck their siblings. Lord Zero to be an example of that. And, I mean, he probably does. Like, he looks like the kind of person that like I wouldn't want around kids. You know what I'm saying? He's just got that look to him. Like, oh, I don't know. He also kind of has that like.
What you're talking about?
Yeah, Lord Zero. Anyway, okay. So you guys don't know him. I know him. He's a cunt bag. He looks like a freshly circumcised dick. I'll tell you what. He looks like one of those fucking penises with the fucking Prince Albert in it. That's what he looks like. So anyway, I mean, I guess he is a cocksucker. He must be fucking like trying to like. He's like, I love dicks so much. I want to look like one. Ooh, the Prince Albert's a good touch. Now I look like a pristine penis that I enjoy sucking. So now instead of getting a tattoo of one, so what the fuck is he gonna do? Cry? Make a video about me? Buy my book, cunt. Buy my book. And I didn't even give you the decency of giving you a fucking mention in this book either, you fucking prick. So no anger taken out on you. I'll just do it here on the podcast. So anyway, moving along. He goes, he has to leave town because the guy who's my neighbor, he's got to fucking take off, right? His girlfriend comes over to my place along with her brother. I'm shit-faced. My friends just randomly showed up, Whitey, Tyler, and Baby Boy. And her brother goes, hey, you want to do some coke? And I'm like, I'm told it's a hell of a drug. This much coke kept me up for 3 fucking days of just like I said, abusive relationship. Not after that. I fucking apparently did that line of coke 8, 9, 10 beers deep and went to her house at fucking 8, 9 o'clock in the morning to ream her a new asshole for putting her fucking hands on me. Reamed out her grandmother for not doing fuck all and for defending it and fucking enabling it. Going off on her fucking aunts for being fucking cunts and her uncles because they just happened to be standing right there. And then I left and all I hear is Tyler, who's my friend that showed up, who's my girlfriend's brother at the time. And he goes, yeah, I was kind of waiting for him to fucking just blow up. Like I was kind of waiting on that because I was a fucking ticking time bomb. And apparently more shit happened that I don't fucking remember. My friends told me what I had done. And I was like, that's a great concept for a story. And hence Sid Jones was born. I was looking at my thesis. I was looking at something I had and I saw Sid Vicious and Steve Jones. And I went, Sid Jones, that's just a good name.
Yeah.
Like, how do you not have a Sid Jones in the world? Like, that's just, it's like John Rambo. Like, I need a Sid fucking Jones. Like, the world needs Sid Jones. That's how I came up with it. Fucking wrote a book, and it got approved by a publishing company. And I was like, I can't afford $3,000 right now. And they're like, well, we take payments and all that. I'm like, I'm just going to take the approval letter and lose it somewhere instead of keeping it and cherishing it like I fucking should have. Chris says, so this show is talking about drugs and abusing women. Didn't Warlockside also beat up his girlfriend?
Yeah, right. Yeah, my girlfriend.
Yeah, you don't look like the type to beat up your girlfriend. But I tell you what, Chris, whoever the fuck you are, Chris, what kind of fucking name is Chris? Jesus Christ. Yeah, no. This guy, I bet you, him and his girlfriend's got this thing, right? He takes this wooden spoon, okay, and he hands it to her, and she greases it all up with Crisco. And she fucks him in the ass with it. Like, I mean, just like goes to town. And he's still got splinters in his ass because he can't make good decisions. So that's what happened to Chris. That's Chris's love life. Good for you, Chris. You're a fucking cunt. And say hi to the wife for me. Let's see. Oh, Inquisitor's still here. He's like, oh shit. Like he's like, I can't miss this part. Like somebody came in here and talked that shit. Chris also is probably a fan of Lord Zero's penis. He's like, man, that looks like that is such a freshly pristine dick, and he's like, oh shit, that's Lord Zero. My bad. Oh fuck.
Together they make a mean duo called Splinter Dick.
Yes, they probably do. And like I said, they probably fucking make their exchanges too. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. You know what? I'll beat that dude's wife. How's that sound? I'll fucking just walk up and I'll fucking give her a fucking what for. You know what I'm saying? No, fuck that. I'll give her a fucking strawberry shortcake. That's what I'll do. You guys know what a strawberry shortcake is?
No.
Do you guys want to know what a strawberry shortcake is?
Hell, why the hell not?
All right, so no monetization here, folks. It's where you punch a woman in the face, give her a bloody nose, and you all over her pretty face. That's what that's a strawberry shortcake. Too much? Really? Too much? That's where we're drawing the line here? We're calling a dude a freshly circumcised dick that walks and talks like a fucking Prince Albert, and that's where you guys like draw the line? Really? Wow. And abusing women. I never laid a finger on a woman. Let me explain something to you. I've never, ever hit a woman, but let me explain something to you. There's been times where I've wanted to make an exception.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not even been with like somebody I live with, you know? It's always been like a fucking, like a piece of shit at Walmart or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh God, if there was just a way, where there was no cell phones and no cameras and no witnesses, I'd probably do it, you know? But Chris bringing it up like it's nothing, clearly mistaking the whole thing. Give your love to your wife, your girlfriend, or whatever the fuck. All right, give her my fucking love, and tell her I said that offer stands on the strawberry shortcake.
Hell yeah,
good. Pretty fucking good. But you're glad you posted that, Chris. Oh, I bet you that dude's like humming and like huffing and puffing right now, and like crying and fucking jerking off to a picture of Lord Zero right now, like. Oh, yeah, it's so good. It looks like a penis. It's fucking. It's immaculate. I just got a message from a Ricardo. So let's open up this message. I guess it's on my Instagram. That's like fucking timing and shit. Let's see. Ricardo sent me the Jungle House. I don't know if I want to look at Jungle House. We're good.
Oh Jesus!
I'm not trusting that. Jesus Christ! That's the Lord Zero porno he made with Chris.
Oh man,
I'm so glad my mother was supposed to tune into this. Did you know that? She was like, I'm so proud of you. Like, I want to tune into this interview. I'm kind of glad she didn't. If she did, she'd be like, what the fuck did I raise? And I'm like, I'm the one that's providing daycare for your grandson. Right? I'm gonna teach him everything I know. I already taught this kid about the winged hussars, right? My nephew's fucking smart. He helped me publish my fucking all the editing, which is why I told you guys don't buy the fucking paper book back until the 1st of August. Be fucking patient, because what you're getting is my fuck up copies that I have to go and get. Which I told people, you will get a fuck up copy if you're wanting to like win a contest or a free book or whatever. You're getting a fuck up oopsie daisy, because I'm ordering my copy anyway so I can go make my fixings. But hopefully one day they're worth money. Anyway, but I really kind of hope that like people watch this show and go. So I was going to have this guy work for me, but I'm pretty sure this guy is a fucking no bueno. I'm pretty sure this guy is fucking bad for business, and I don't think I want this guy by my side. But me and King Gordy would get along like, fucking epic. But we kind of lost. There's no beef with King Gordy. I've got no beef with Shaggy Tudo. I got no beef with Jay or fucking any of those guys. I don't even really have beef with fucking Twisted. I've got beef with the company they keep. All right? Like that's... Like as far as Monoxide and Jamie are concerned, I mean, they have not done anything personal to me, so I got no personal vendetta. I mean, they've done questionable things that I'm like, ooh, I can't really defend that. If I was an attorney, I would be like, this is a conflict of interest because of XYZ, and I need to be like let go. I need to be relieved of duty. Like I need to be able to like pass this off to somebody else because I can't be okay with this. And then, of course, this Blazed homie. I got no beef with him. Anybody killer, we're good as far as I'm concerned. I got mad love for Kid Crusher. Like I don't hate the underground that level of it. I hate. It's kind of like Christians. I got no problem with the belief in God or Jesus or Virgin Mary or fucking Allah or Buddha. It's their fucking followers that really fucking bug me, that really get under my fucking
It's the Juggalo rappers, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not even like all the juggalos, man. And there's some juggalo rappers out there that they're juggalos that happen to be rappers, but they don't do the fucking like ICP shtick thing. Like, it worked for them. Maybe it'll work for me.
Like Suicide.
Suicide, yeah.
Yeah, I like Suicide. I do. I like
Hell
them.
yeah.
I mean, those are the guys from fucking. They went to England. You guys interviewed them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I watched that interview.
Yeah. He's been on a couple of times.
Oh, the guy that was with him was his homeboy. He was just playing the shit with him. So like did like an acoustic set.
Yeah.
Like when COVID first hit, wasn't it? No, it was before that. It was like last year, the year before that we did that.
Yeah, it was like 20.
We did that shit first, bro. We did acoustic sets on fucking stream before any of these new people.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like 2019, I think.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it was while I was with Rox TV. I remember it was when that interview happened.
Yeah, yep.
It was while I was with Rox
still
TV.
alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, about the whole fucking like, you know, who did it first, or whatever. I'm gonna tell you right now, bands, artists, and I'm not saying all bands and all artists. I'm saying a lot of them. They'll take inspiration from motherfuckers. They will. They will take inspiration from Tales of the Lotus. They'll get ideas and shit. And unfortunately, fucking prove it that they fucking took your idea. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking...
Yeah. Right.
That's why I put everything in books. Like if I say shit online or whatever, and I'm like, hey, that's fucking mine. I'm going to make sure I put it because when you publish something, you have copyright to it. Now, I've got a letter.
Right.
Oh, no, I didn't bookmark the letter. That's what I was meaning to do. Fuck. Oh, God, that's going to take me forever to find. So next time I'll find that letter. But there's a letter from the Conway Daily. There's a letter that I actually wrote to the Conway Daily Sun. Oh, now I kind of want to find it. Damn it. I really kind of want to find it. That sucks because I really actually fucking liked that letter I wrote. And it's a real letter that I wrote. It's a real legitimate letter. Like I actually fucking wrote this to the Conway Daily Sun and it's fucking good. And I wish... It was like in the early stages too when I copied and pasted it. Like I had just started it. No. It's got to be here. It's got to be here. It's got to be here. Has to be. Come on, please let me find this. Fuck. It's a good letter. Damn. All right, next time I'll do that. I give up. Yeah. You're on the show. I know I'm on the show. Why did that just pop up?
You got a notification from YouTube or something?
It just says you're on the show. I'm like, that's cool. I know I'm on the show. It's just like popped up again. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
So if you guys have any more questions, comments, and concerns, we are at that 1:30 mark. I want to do 90 minutes here of me rambling and bantering and promoting my book.
I got nothing more. So I don't know if Ward does or not. And he's muted, so
okay. Well, he's muted. Oh, God, if I can just like open it up somehow, some way, and find that letter just quickly or something. Let's see. That's the one fucking thing. It's right around that part. I thought. Fuck. And I'd have to like open up my Google Docs and all that to actually like locate it word for word. Damn it. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate because that's a good fucking letter that I wrote. Matter of fact, tell you the story about it real quick.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, you got to buy the book. If you want to read the letter, buy the book. So I was dating this girl. I was about fucking 20, 21, something like that. I was 20 years old when I started dating this girl. Okay. I was 20 years old. And she was telling me about this fucking this incident that happened with a friend of hers, and these kids are just being fucking cruel on the school bus, some fucking shit, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like that's kind of fucked up, dude. Like, that's fucked up. And I wrote a letter. It's called "My Sympathy to the Kids of Kennett," and it basically said you're deprived of a real education. You know, your system is absolutely fucked. Like these kids are fucking bullying this girl. Nobody fucking told her she couldn't do it. Nobody stood up for her. The bus driver did fuck all. The teachers ain't doing fucking cunt shit. And the fucking parents ain't doing nothing either. So we're here. This is where we're at. And I feel like that fuck telling the teacher they ain't going to do shit because what they'll do is they'll suspend you because it's easier to suspend one kid than it is easier to suspend 5 kids for bullying. That way you don't have to admit there's a fucking problem. So you guys should just defend yourselves. Fucking buck up and fucking knock someone's fucking clock, dude. Like fucking just end that shit. You gotta stand up for yourself because nobody else is gonna fucking do it for you. And I wrote the letter. I got a phone call from the Comedy Daily Sun. They're like, hey, we're just making sure and like confirming like you actually wrote this. I'm like, I fucking wrote it. You sure you're cool with us publishing it? I'm fucking aces on that. About a week goes by and I get a text message from friend Sam, and she goes, hey, loved your article. I'm like, holy shit, it's out? Dude, I went all over town. All the Conway Daily Suns were gone. I couldn't fucking find a single Conway Daily Sun. I had to go all the way down to a gas station, which is like a fucking half-hour walk. I had to go to that gas station to get a fucking newspaper. And they had like 2 left. So I grabbed that one. I bring it home. And I'm sitting there and I'm reading my article. I'm like, they fucking published it. My boy comes home. He comes home and he not my boy, not my son, like my homie, right? He fucking comes in and he drops his fucking backpack, dumps out these fucking letters. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And he goes, bro, it's your fucking letter. I'm like, what? It's like pink, yellow, green pieces of paper. And I'm fucking looking at him like, why do you have so many copies? He goes, they're all over the school. Like they are everywhere.
Wow.
They're like fucking plastered the walls and fucking everybody was talking about it and shit. I became a threat to that school after that. They said I was a threat to the building and I was no longer allowed to be on Kennett grounds unless I was at the fucking front doors. And I'm like, fuck you. I got no fucking reason being up there anyways, you fucking cunts. Go fuck yourselves. And one of the cop that fucking was giving me shit after that fucking letter, he is now the fucking like captain or whatever the fuck, the fucking head honcho at the Conway Police Department in New Hampshire. And I'm like, oh, we'll cross paths again just for old time's sake. And that's the person I become, man. Hate, anger, like the volatile person I am. It didn't come from love or compassion. It came from fucking people like Chris. It came from people like Lord fucking Zero, people like fucking Chuck Reeves, people that work over at Magic Ninja Entertainment. They're the ones that are fucking responsible for the person I turned out to be. I was a nice fucking guy. I was a really nice guy reviewing music. I'd shit on bands like Broadside and fucking all that shit. And I'm like, wait a minute here. I don't got to put up with this shit. I don't have to put up with this at all. I could fucking brain a motherfucker and I could feel good about it. Like, do you know what my retirement plan is? At 65 years old, commit murder and spend the rest of my days in fucking prison where I get 3 hots and a fucking bed. At 60, I'm going to have fucking healthcare and all the shit that I need. I might as well just do that. Do some fucking good in the world. Kill a motherfucker that deserves it at 65 and fucking retire and die in prison. Like, that's fucking ideal. And what are they going to do? Give a fucking 65-year-old a life fucking sentence? It's not like I'm fucking Whitey Bulger or some shit. Twisted Shady writes, even so, Sid Jones looks like a goof. He knows what he is talking about. Thank you, Twisted Shady. I appreciate that. Much love to you. I can look goofy or whatever the fuck. You don't even have to agree with me. But the fact is, like, if you throw stones, I throw them back. Because there's I have suffered no consequences. I don't represent a company. Oh, the worst that's going to happen is Asylum and Rox TV and all them are going to have to delete all my videos. That's the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is they're like, dude, you fuck with this guy. This guy was talking about giving women a strawberry shortcake and bludgeoning people and talking about how this guy was a walking, talking fucking cock. Like, you got to get rid of those videos. It fucking doesn't hurt my fucking feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why people put up with this shit. Where's the fucking... If there's going to be somebody that tells you don't put up with this shit, fucking stand up for yourself, it's going to be me. Again, to go all the way back to this subject matter, when Psychopathic was like, we're doing the fucking gathering, I'm like, fucking bravo. Fucking bravo. Fucking cost motherfuckers, mate. Fucking do it. Retaliate with everything you got. Oh, well, it wasn't deliberate. Fucking, I don't give a shit. I want to think that it was deliberate. I want to believe that. I want to believe that somebody was malicious and fucking vindictive. I want to think that Jump Steady fucking grabbed a hold of his fucking member and went, you know what we're going to do, fucking guys? We're going to announce the gathering. But wait. Okay, Astro's been fucking announced for fucking months now. Now we dropped the fucking announcement. And what happened?
Yeah.
What happened? No refunds on anything. Passes, tickets, all that shit. No refunds. Everywhere. Like, not even just for like fucking. So get this. If you get the $200 fucking Corey Taylor thing and Corey Taylor no shows or fucking gets stuck into the airport or fucking, God forbid, fucking something terrible happens to fucking Corey Taylor. God, please don't let something bad happen to Corey Taylor. I'm prime suspect number one. And I actually don't hate the guy. But say something tragic and unfortunate happens. You still don't get your refund. That's what I call bad business. I don't care if you're psychopathic, Magic Ninja Entertainment, Dropkick Murphys, fucking flogging Molly, fucking Ramones. They all fucking dead except Marky.
And CJ's still alive.
Right, CJ. Which they didn't even really consider a Ramone, which I thought was fucking criminal. Like he did not get inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I thought that was kind of bullshit.
I know.
That rapes people like me because losing money and I don't get my refund. Right. So like and he's right. It's fucking it's fucked up. Like so let's say I've got a family crisis, right? Let's say I got a family crisis. I got to go out to New Hampshire because one of my friends is sick or dying or whatever, and I got to be out there for him. And I got to cancel my fucking thing. You're not going to give me my fucking money so I can actually like have more money to go out to fucking New Hampshire and survive. That's cunt shit. Again, I don't care if you're Psy, MNE, fucking Dropkick Murphys, fucking the Ramones, fucking Flogging Molly, Gangrene, Circle Jerks, the Sex Pistols. I don't give a fuck who you are. Fucking Green Jello. Give me my money back.
True that.
Yeah, like people can say, "Oh, well, you're just being spiteful towards Magic Ninja Entertainment because of all the shit that you went through." Fucking maybe that is the case. But guess what? Does it even fucking matter at the end of the day? Does it matter what my motives are or why I'm so angry or so full of fucking hate and spite? Take it up with them and not me. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm done with this shit, man. Fucking dealing with the fucking underground and shit like that. I love being on Tails. I'm done doing the podcast. I'm done having to be accountable for the shit that I say. I should be able to say when somebody acts up and says some fucked up shit, I should be able to crank that dial. I should be able to turn up that dial and fucking give them something that they'll be like, wow, I'm going to back the fuck down now because that guy is fucking ruthless and vile and I fucking hate him. Good. Shut your fucking mouth and know your fucking place. And if I want to hear something from you, you're going to suck my cock in the fucking process. All right. All I want to hear is that's what I want to hear.
Hell yeah. That's what's up.
Any questions? I think I was pretty clear on that. Do I need to like get into more detail with that? I can, but I'm pretty sure
You need a mouthwash after that?
Dude, fucking like, do you know how many people are probably like, dude, how do women like you? I fucking don't know. I have no clue. None.
I don't get it.
I fucking
I don't know either.
Yeah. Even Warlock said, like, I wouldn't let you near my wife. I would never. Like, what is wrong with you? And if you're coming over to hang out, like, fucking supervision on this guy.
Right. Yeah, supervision.
A ninja with a pencil. Whoop whoop. Hey, ninja with a pencil. Why do I know that name? He does the graphics. He does the fucking graphics and shit. He does this.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
actually, I forget who did that, but he's in the middle. He was in the middle of Carnival Sports.
Oh, all right. So,
yeah, ninja.
Dope. Is Carnival Spirit still a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Like I said, I've been fucking doing my shit. I mean, clearly I've been busy. Hell
hey,
yeah. You got 5 minutes? Fucking just somewhere in here I got like 5 minute breaks and shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, that's Dead End Kids. We are past that 90-minute mark. So if you guys, again, any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. But definitely check out Dead End Kids.
Not for me. What you will.
Hell yeah. No, man, I think you about covered everything, bro.
Yeah.
Shit. Comes out August 1st, you said, right?
August 1st, KDP comes out, and I would please wait, because there could be some more things I got to fix with the paperback and the formatting and all that. But so if you buy it prior to, you're getting my fucking oops copy that I need to look at. So you're paying full price for an oops. Maybe it'll be worth some money or whatever, but that's why I tell people August 1st is the release date. So make sure you guys are fucking checking it out. You guys get a few pages for free on Amazon. If you just type in Kyle Vachon, fucking Dead End Kids, it'll pop up. The fucking bastard that fucking wrote the fucking book, who's got probably testicular fortitude of a fucking hamster, because he wouldn't have the balls to say some shit like this. I'd like to say that I represent Sid Jones here. I do not represent the person that actually wrote the book. The book is actually kind of based around me, but I mean, it is my fucking hands. So like, I guess we fucking wrote it together. A day after my birthday. Sweet. Yeah. Fucking get yourself a birthday gift. Make other people make it your fucking birthday gift. They can fucking gift wrap it for you. If you're wondering about the price is high because it costs me fucking retail, because this book is so fucking heavy. My other books cost me like, not as much. So this one I'm making like $1.50, $2 off of, and I'm perfectly okay with that.
Oh
It
yeah.
at least covers costs for when I have to ship out books and shit. If people wanted to do a special, like, hey, can you sign my book? I fucking order a copy. Fucking I sign it. It's just going to cost a little extra because shipping and things like that, but I don't get too greedy. So if you guys are wanting a cool gift, you guys are fucking ready for a winter read. I mean, this is one of those books you really can't really take with you fucking to the beach or some shit, right?
Right.
Like, I mean, plane rides, if you're planning on going to like Spain or New Zealand, like good book to have. Takes up a lot of space, I'm sure. But yeah, it's something I'm proud of. It's something I've wanted to write. It is my middle finger. You guys are going to find some lines. You guys are going to find a little bit of hatred towards like, certain individuals. Names are going to pop up and be like, wow, I know that name. Some people won't get it. Some people won't get it, and that's fine. There's no fucking precursor or whatever. But remember, this is my middle finger. It is based off the song Middle Finger by the Dropkick Murphys, but I've incorporated their entire discography, including their unreleased shit. It's like fucking MySpace exclusive and shit like that. Like I fucking got some of that in there too. If it was audio, then I would listen to it. Everybody wants an audiobook. Listen, I can talk. I can fucking do all that. I'll pay somebody to fucking read this whole book before I do it myself. That'd be what I do. But if you guys are interested, like I said, paperbacks, there's Kindle. If you order a Kindle, you can actually have the option for it to read to you as well. There is a setting that you can use so it reads the book to you close enough to an audio. Much love to Inquisitor, much love to Twisted Shady, much love to fucking Ninja with a Pencil, Twiggy Dro, to Sarah, to everybody that's tuned in, including that guy Chris who's sucking Lord Zio's cock right now, or he's on the phone like, do you have any idea what Sid Jones said to me? And I'm gonna tell him, suck my cock too while you're at it. If you guys ain't down with this, fuck what you think. Stick around for Tales of the Lows podcast, guys. Make sure you guys are following them, subscribing. Make sure you guys are keeping up with these motherfuckers on social media and shit like that. They're going to give you guys that plug. And I'm going to go fucking have me a cigarette and go rub one out on my ex. I love you.
Hell yeah. Thanks for coming on, brother. Much love, homie.
And
Anyway.
on that note, we'll catch you guys later.
Yeah, man. Much love to everybody.